guys, we are talking about habitats again this week. Last week we talked about the ocean habitat, and this week we are talking about forest habitats, also called the woodland habitats. I found another really neat book by Catherine Sill. She's the same person that wrote the book last week, and she has a whole series of these books actually. She has them on all different kinds of stuff, all the habitats, and several animals. But they are on this Epic page that I was telling you guys about, and there are so many books on there, and they have audiobooks, and they have a neat little read to me function, and all of the books are interactive, so I'll show you some of that as we're going through. They all have things that you can click on that tell you a little bit, or, you know, if you don't know a word, it will read it to you. So there's a lot of really neat stuff. So we are going to go ahead and get started here. I'm going to do this a little different than I normally do. I'm going to go ahead and just face the screen a little bit to read as I go. So I'm not going to be looking at the camera the whole time. But here we go. All right. It's called About Habitats Forests by Catherine Sill. This is from the cold boreal forests of the northern hemisphere to the warm tropical forests near the equator. Forests are fascinating. The major forest areas of the world include the boreal forest, the temperate forest, and the tropical forests. And the map here shows you a little bit of where those are all located. We are here, so we are in the temperate forest zone. All right. Forests are large areas of land covered with many trees. So it says plate 1, boreal forest, gray wolf. So there's the gray wolves. And you notice there's all different kinds of trees in this one. The trees and other plants in forests are different sizes and grow in layers. It says plate 2, it's the tropical rainforest. So this is what I was talking about with the interactive. You can click on the words,
canopy,
and it will tell you what they are. All right, so it says tall trees make up the top layer, which is called the canopy. Smaller trees and bushes grow in the middle layer, which is called the understory. Fungi and small plants grow on the forest floor. Some forests have 4 different seasons each year. They have winter, spring, summer, and fall or autumn, just like we do. Most trees that grow in forests with 4 seasons drop their leaves in autumn, which ours do, and they turn beautiful colors, and it's always pretty to see. Some forests are very cold much of the year. I'll see all that snow and the pine trees. Most trees that live in cold forests have special leaves called needles. So that's what these are called. They're needles, and they're on the pine trees with the pine cones. Some forests have warm weather all the time. Many warm forests get a lot of rainfall year-round, such as the tropical rainforest, like this. Other warm forests have a wet season and a dry season. They are called tropical dry forests, like this. Many animals find food and shelter in forests. Let's look around and see what we can see. There's a black bear, there's a hawk, there's a little bird on the tree here. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a turtle down here. You got a little lizard and a butterfly. There's all kinds of stuff here. Some animals live in trees, like the snake in the tropical rainforest. Other forest animals live on the ground under the trees. Forests help keep much of Earth's fresh water clean and pure. This looks like something that we would see in the forest around here. There's some northern river otters, and these are generally the kind of trees that we would have. They also provide many things people use, like chocolate and medicines and wood products for furniture and paper products for paper and packaging and books and Kleenexes, all those things that we use so much. Forests are important places that need to be protected. And you can see the woodpecker here, and he's drilling into this tree. You can see where he's been pecking at it to eat the bugs inside. All right, and this is another really neat thing about these books. When you get to the end, it's actually got little things about each of the pictures that were in the book. So I'm going to go ahead and just read those as well. On the first page where the gray wolves were, it says, forests are found in places where there is enough warm weather and water for trees to grow. About 1/3 of Earth's land is covered with forests. Boreal forests are the largest forests in the world. They are made up of coniferous trees such as spruces, pines, and larches. Gray wolves live in the boreal forest as well as other habitats. They used to range all over most of the northern hemisphere, but they now live only in a few areas in North America and Eurasia. Plate 2, the second page there that had the canopy and the different trees, it says different kinds of plants grow in each forest layer. The 3 main layers are the forest floor, the understory, and the canopy. Tropical forests often have a 4th one called the emergent layer. It is made up of the tallest trees that grow above the canopy. Plate 3. The tall branches of the forest canopy get the most sunlight. This causes the canopy to grow into a thick covering that shades the plants lower down. Many plants and animals live in the forest canopy. The branches in cloud forest canopies are often covered with special plants called epiphytes, which get their water and nutrients from the air instead of the soil. Resplendent quetzals live in a mountain forest in Central America and northern South America. On page 4, it says the trees and bushes of the understory do not get as much sunlight as the canopy. Young trees grow slowly in the dim light under until a larger tree falls and makes an opening, allowing it more light. The extra light helps them grow taller and become part of the canopy. Smaller trees and bushes that grow well in the shade live under the larger trees. Varied thrushes are found in the understory of the temperate rainforest in northwestern North America. On page 5, where we have the little chipmunk and the mushrooms, it says many plants found on the floor of deciduous forests grow and bloom in early spring before the tree leaves shade the ground. This allows them to get the most sunlight during their growing season. Mosses are small plants that live in damp, shady places such as the forest floor. Fungi are living things similar to plants, but they have no flowers or leaves. Eastern chipmunks are small ground squirrels that live in deciduous forests of eastern North America. We have chipmunks here too. Plate 6. Deciduous forests with 4 seasons each year are found in the temperate areas of the world, where the weather is not very hot and not very cold. Warm summers, fairly short winters, and plenty of rainfall help deciduous forests grow. So that would be like us. And plate 6 says the leaves of deciduous trees change colors and drop in autumn. Trees stop growing during the winter. Warmer spring weather causes them to start growing again, and new leaves begin to appear. During summer, the trees continue to grow. European bison are forest animals that used to live throughout Europe. They became extinct in the wild because they were overhunted and their forest homes were cleared. European bison have been returned to a few places in Eastern Europe. On plate 8, where the little snow and the little rabbit were, it says boreal forests, also called the taiga, are the world's largest forests. Since winters there can last up to 8 months, growing seasons in boreal forests are very short. Winter temperatures can sometimes fall below negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Boreal forests stretch across the northern parts of North America and Eurasia. Snowshoe hares live in boreal forests of North America. These animals are named for their large feet, which help them move around in the deep snow. Plate 9. Most of the trees that grow in boreal forests are conifers. Many conifers are evergreen. Their needles stay on all year. They grow hard, scaly cones to hold their seeds. Coniferous trees have pointed tops and wide bottoms that allow the snow to slide off. This keeps the branches from breaking under the weight of the heavy snow. Siberian jays live year-round in boreal forests in Eurasia. They store food for winter by sticking it in the cracks of tree bark. On plate 10, where our monkey was, it says, tropical forests grow in warm areas near the Earth's equator. The abundant rainfall in tropical rainforests helps many plants, and some scientists believe that more than half of the world's plants and animals live in tropical rainforests. Orangutans live in rainforests in Southeast Asia. They build nests in trees and sometimes use large leaves as umbrellas. On plate 11, not all tropical forests have rain year-round. Many trees in tropical dry forests lose their leaves during the dry season. Keel-billed toucans live in tropical forests in Central and Northern South America. In dry forests, these birds are usually found near rivers and streams. On plate 12, the one that I said was kind of like where we're at, says many of the animals that live in forests are not easily seen. They may be high in the branches of the canopy, camouflaged against tree bark, hidden on the forest floor, or buried under the ground. Black bears, broad-winged hawks, brown creepers, box turtles, question-mark butterflies, and red-spotted salamanders live in deciduous forests in eastern North America. On plate 13, with our fun little snake there, it says some animals that live in trees never move down to the forest floor. Other tree-dwelling animals, such as green tree pythons, sometimes come to the ground to hunt for food. They rest in trees by looping their bodies over a branch and placing their heads in the middle of the coil. Green tree pythons live in tropical forests of Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and northern Australia. On plate 14. Though forest floors are usually dark and damp, many animals live and hunt for food there. Some animals, including insects and worms, eat the dead plants that have fallen to the ground. Leafcutter ants take pieces of leaves to their underground homes, chew them up, and store them there. A fungus grows in the chewed leaves, providing food for the ants. White-nosed coitus eat insects, small animals, and fruit. Leafcutter ants and white-nosed coitus live in North, Central, and South America. Strawberry poison dart frogs eat ants and mites, and they live in parts of Central America. And plate 15. Forests help clean and store much of Earth's fresh water. Trees help water from rain and snow soak slowly into the ground. The forest soil filters pollutants and slowly releases the water to streams, rivers, and underground wells. Plants in forests help protect the land from floods and mudslides. Northern river waters live in lakes, rivers, and streams in parts of North America. Plate 16. Many people around the world live and work in forests. Forests provide people with various types of food, including nuts, fruits, and meats from the game animals. Some medicines are made from forest plants. Wood from trees is an important material for building and the production of paper. And then on plate 17, much forest land is endangered because too many trees are being cut down. Forests are cleared for farming as well as for wood products. Well-managed forests provide sustainable resources that are used to benefit people and the environment. When a tree is planted, for every tree that is cut down, the amount of forested land can remain the same. The ivory-billed woodpeckers used to live in mature bottomland forests in southeastern North America. Many scientists believe that these large woodpeckers are now extinct because of habitat destruction. Alright, and that is the end of this book. And like I said, there are all these other books that we will get to as well that are talking about habitats. So we'll check those out in our next videos. Alright, thanks guys.